Okay.
Theater in general has given me the confidence to be myself in front of other people and make me a confident person just in general. I feel like it takes a lot to get up on stage and perform for people. So when it's just reduced to getting up and talking in front of crowds or being at a job interview or something like that, you're immediately prepared because you've been in all of these different situations that you wouldn't normally be in, so you're always ready, you're always thinking on your feet, you're ready to know what to do. So when you go out there and you look confident, everybody else is going to believe that you are confident, and then they'll be able to work with you easier. Before I had taken any of the drama classes or been in advanced drama at Howell High School, that I'd have ever done some of the things that I have. Like, I had really bad stage fright for a good 6 years, 7 years before I joined drama, and then eventually I pushed myself outside of my comfort zone, and then I started acting and getting into it, and I'm not afraid to talk in front of people anymore. I'm allowed to be weird whenever I want to be weird, and then I think it's also expanded, like, the amount of friends and social circles and things that I'm able to be a part of because I'm not afraid to say what I need to say. And it's just, in general, given me the confidence to do things that I prior wouldn't have done.
I'm a lot better at getting up in front of crowds, and I am not anxious anymore to do that. Like, honestly, I can stand up in front of any audience and just talk and be fine. Okay, I love drama because it is a lot of expression and just doing whatever you want, and it's a lot of physical movement and moving your body and taking the... But what I love the most about directing is it's taking the vision in your head and putting it on stage and creating this like masterpiece that you thought of, and it's when it all comes together, it's so beautiful, and it's something you could be really proud of. So you have to be vulnerable because you're letting a part of yourself out, and it makes you stronger as a person, and
it really helps to grow a community, I think, because when you open up yourself, others are more likely to open themselves, and so I think that's what creates a really safe places, because everyone is so vulnerable and open that we kind of feed off of each other in a sense that we grow so close because we do know so much about each other. And because of drama, I feel like I have stepped out of this box, because I know sophomore year I was really closed in and I didn't want to let people in, just because I think I was an angry little boy. But growing up, I have made some of my best friends in drama, and just really putting myself out there, I think, is a big risk taker I had to face and do, and because of it, I've made some of my closest lifelong friends. As for dance, I think risk taking is the biggest part of dance, or one of the biggest parts. In improv, there's never a wrong answer, and risk taking is that moment where you don't know if you can do it, and you don't know if it'll work out, but you go for it anyway because you're excited to see the end result. And because of risk taking, I have grown so much as an individual.
So the basis of a good scene in drama is building this communication with your partner or your scene partners, and once you do that, you are able to produce this amazing scene. You have good chemistry with these people, you build like a team with them, and it just becomes this huge effort all together. And since you establish the communication, you can work with all of them easily and understand each other.
Yeah. So improv, I think, has helped me a lot. Drama, it taught me to just think on your feet and do what you think and do what you feel. Don't overthink. That's how you get anxious. So in marketing, you gotta be confident and you gotta say what you mean and be an honest person. And that's what improv is really good with.
Yeah, I've had a history of anxiety, like pretty bad anxiety, and the drama program here has like really helped me branch out and like find myself. And improv has a lot to do with that because it has to do with like thinking on your feet, like Lou said. And personally, I always like just get in my own head and I think about everything and overanalyze everything. And improv has really taught me to just like go with my gut, which has like introduced me to a lot of really cool things and cool people.
One of my
My favorite things about drama is that I believe it really helps people understand and learn what they're capable of. The majority of my students are not going on to be actors, but my hope is that they leave the room a little more comfortable being in front of a group. And that's a process. That's the bottom line. One of the first steps in my class is create a community, because I am trying to get them to step outside their comfort zone, to learn to take a risk, and to even learn that if the risk fails, you survived. But you're not going to be able to get people to do that unless they feel comfortable with where they are. I have seen students who could barely talk on the first day come and audition for plays. I have had students say, you know what, I went and gave a speech in another class and it wasn't terrible. And so I just really try to create a safe, comfortable space for students who are willing and want to learn to take a risk. I think the only way I can be a good teacher is if I'm a good student, and I have to be a good student by learning from my students. So getting to know them is very important. Letting them know that they're not just a name on the paper, that I know them, I know who they are, I know their likes and dislikes, and I'm able to learn from them. I'm able to learn what works in a classroom and what doesn't. I have wonderful administrators who are able to come in and evaluate and give me feedback, but at the end of the day, it's the students that are the ones that are up on the stage or running an activity or anything along those lines.